several people had tipped not to make it eventually is the next president, the president-elect, the 45th president of the United States of America. And I tell you, it is not a hoax. Donald Trump is the man who will occupy the Oval House as the next president after the Democrat Obama. Now, of course, several issues have been at the forefront of the elections, from the candidate themselves to the mudslinging and to their policies that seem to have torn the United States of America apart, a sharply divided nation as a result of a campaign. Donald told the theming supporters as an acceptance speech that it is time to bind the wounds and get America back on track of development. How exactly will this pan out? Let's speak to the U.S. Embassy here in Accra. And of course, quickly, let me get to Sarah Stealy. She is the press attaché at the U.S. Embassy here in Accra. Sarah, good morning again. If you can hear me, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing well. You're breaking up a lot, so I'm having trouble understanding you.
Right. Let's try and see how it works better now. But I hope you can hear me better now. All right. Sarah, if you can hear me now, this is a country that was sharply divided due to the campaign. Donald Trump, the president-elect, says it is time to bind the wounds of the U.S. and bring America back on track. How do you see his acceptance speech?
I mean, I think he gave a message of the traditional message of reconciliation, congratulating Secretary Clinton on running a good campaign. And so now, yeah, so that's what I thought as far as the acceptance speech. I think it was sort of the standard acknowledging that on election night here, you know, the election night belongs to the winner, but it's also the person who doesn't win the election also plays an important role. And there's a conversation that takes place about how we move forward as a country.
Now, is he able to bring that unity that America will need to move on?
I think I got that. I think regardless of who would have won this election, you know, it's been a contentious campaign. It's been a very competitive campaign. And so whoever emerged as the victor, that's a challenge that they're going to have to take on, is figuring out how do they reach out to the people who were very dedicated to their opponent, and how do we bring everybody together and move forward as one America.
America is indeed divided. Looking at the campaign we saw, and the key concerns are that bringing them together will be a difficult task. Is that what you see too?
I mean, I think it was a competitive campaign. It was a contentious campaign. There are some divisions that need to be healed, and that's something that we as Americans are going to have to work on, and figuring out how we want to move forward as a country.
Now, the rest of the world, sure, this morning, cabinet meetings should be taking place, because this is a man who says, I become president and we're going to renegotiate trade deals. So for the rest of the world, indeed, it's a new era, a new dawn, and a need to look at new things. How should the world react to Donald Trump presidency? Well, I've lost Sarah Stealy. She is the press attaché to at the U.S. Embassy here in Accra. We'll try and get her back